non-corrupted government factions that would like to actually help preserve my safety, now's a good time. I don't know why I'm broke down. My star jump starter won't help. I guess it's an alternator. I don't know. But I'm being blacklisted from places of employment and having to endure the onslaught of all this. You realize the government is not in the business to preserve life. They're in the business to destruct it, to run it into the ground. Because if there are FBI, feds tailing me, how come none of you have come to support the woman being abused, being targeted, being tormented with hate crimes, onslaught of hate crimes, onslaught of prejudice, an onslaught of your Auschwitz 2.0. If anybody cares, there's my pin. I'm not leaving. I mean, I can't even go get gas because gas isn't the issue. Maybe it is. Should go check into that. I was just on my way to a fucking gas station. I just thought maybe it was the alternator. I don't know. Fact is, even if I leave my truck, what they did to me last time I was broken down, they towed my truck. Even when I called the precinct and asked what I could do to report it and let them know I went to go get gas. And please don't tow it. And then they towed it. And I was on camera. Their transit authority camera. But anyways, this is the life of being a targeted individual in the trenches. The government is steadily hastening the deterioration of my health condition. Meanwhile, I'm a target in your goddamn Auschwitz 2.0 Holocaust. Legit, that's not just a metaphor. It's an actual thing. This is a Holocaust. And I am a Holocaust victim in all of this. They railroaded me. And, you know, I told you, I reported to you guys yesterday that somebody had went and left their goddamn urine in my car. They break and enter into my car all the time. How do I know all of this malady I've been experiencing isn't secondary to all of the violation and of the breaking and entering and all of the psychotic, psychotic damage? How do I know these people haven't already been fucking with my engine? That this isn't a setup to begin with. So feds, if you're out there, did you catch the guy who left the fucking urine in my fucking car? Did you catch that guy? I mean, I assume you did, because isn't that what you're supposed to do? I mean, if you're going to tell me, please tell me you caught the guy who left his fucking piss in my car yesterday. I reported that in my vlogs. So how do I know none of these assholes haven't been already steadily destructing my fucking engine on an incremental basis? I'm stuck. I have no resources. I have no job. I'm blacklisted. I am a heavily targeted individual having my world blown up around me. And if there are feds, all they do is just parasite off me. Don't tell me they're there. And then when I end up in a snafu, what you gonna do? Just stare at me until I die? When somebody fucking comes to run me over? When somebody comes to drive by shoot me? What good are you? You're just another glorified pervert in the echelon of perverts. Because if any of you guys were worth moral decency, why nobody come talk to me? Why nobody come tell Truman she's Truman? Why not give Truman the courtesy of respect and say, hey, we know things are happening. This is what we're doing. Nobody come talk to me. Nobody tell Truman she's Truman. And then I have my belongings violated on a regular basis. I reported to you guys. They even had the nerve to put piss in my fucking car. And with me breaking down all the time, how do I know it's not one of their fuck shit? Violating of breaking and entering. How do I know that this Nazi cesspool is not responsible for all of my stuff happening to my car? You know, guys, I'll never give up on life. Let's be clear about that. But let's be clear, I'm not giving up on standing up for my rights. This is an obstruction of liberty. You're gang stalking. This is an obstruction of safety. This is an obstruction of peace. There is no justice here. Where is the justice in all of this? And then what's going to happen next? Seattle, whoever's going to show up, run their sideways game while pretending they're nice at the same time? What am I supposed to do? I am a heavily targeted individual. Are these people just going to stay in the background and watch me implode? Watch me get stressed out? Watch my suffering? Because if there are effects out there, you guys have done nothing but watch my suffering. You have done nothing except watch these people torment me. You've done nothing to keep me safe. I matter. And all you Black Lives lovelies, you guys hop on the train like you have no history of oppression to know better. I'm done running. You guys want to tow my truck? Throw in an impound? Go ahead. But I'm in a goddamn concentration camp. I was very, very, very graced with the soul who had mercy on me. Asked me not to mention her name, of course, because anybody who helps me, your goddamn Nazi, socialist, fascist regime, will intimidate them and target them too. This is the level of social fascism we truly are at as a society. That is not an exaggeration. That is truly the equitable level we are at as a society. So if you are truly new to the understanding of this moral decrepancy within the presence of our society, only you know that between you and God. But welcome to what's really happening in America. Thank you, Burger Boy. I love you. I appreciate it. And I didn't mean to, if I mention thank you, I apologize. Thank you very much, by the way. I don't mean to incriminate anybody at risk of getting them gang stalked. I'm like, people, do you not see the presence of terrorism in your own country, America. And you know what? I'm going to give you guys the heads up on how to research it. Look up Havana Syndrome. That there is your gang stalking with directed energy weapons. I think that's the bestest objective data you can research to understand the level of fuckery at play. I don't really talk about the directed energy weapons at all because it just lends to more ideation of psychobabble when it's really authentic truth-telling. But, you know, guys, I don't know what to do. I'll try I have 100% on my jump starter. I just don't understand why it's not working, but I don't even have the ability to gain equitable employment without a solid guarantee that I will not be work mobbed there, that I will not be gang stalked there. There's no gauge to be able to tell if your employer will not sell you out down the river because you're getting this government grub on for a little something, because your employer had no integrity and had a price for him to compromise his ethics for a little something at your cost. So that's what's going on over here. But if you happen to be in the Seattle area, because clearly, if somebody is following me, let's make no bones about this, people. They don't give two shits about me as a person. They're just there to ride a goddamn clock and fulfill an algorithm so they can get their paycheck, go through the motions of acting like they're actually working a job when all they do is perv on me. I'm going to say that again. All they do is perv on me. Listen in on me. Listen to me use the bathroom in my car. Listen to the miscreants violate my car. Let me ask you this. Feds, whoever, did you listen to the gang stalker take a piss in that cup and leave it in my car? Because if you're out there, why aren't you coming to help me? How come nobody told Truman she's Truman? And if there are feds out there, how come nobody reported to me the presence of their agency within the context of my life? Because that's exactly what's going on over here. I've been 20 minutes into broken down on the side of the road. And if there are anybody following me, how come nobody has the moral decency to get your ass over here? Fucking help me out already. By the way, Burger Boy, thank you for tipping my tip jar. I appreciate that. And then, let's be clear about this. They all know who I'm in contact with and who I'm not into contact with. I've been able to plug and play pieces of my storyline from the ethers, from the seers on YouTube. So the information I get, here's the biggest one. Supposedly, there's a private investigator who's supposed to be wealthy. I've never met this person. So, and I don't even know if he exists, doesn't exist. All I know is that I resonate with that. And that person's been coming up all over the ethers, okay? Say he doesn't exist. That's much better. But if he does exist, why the hell would anybody just tell me, not tell me about it perv on me. And then if he is wealthy, why the hell wouldn't he or his family invest in a heavily targeted individual instead of just perving on them? Because that's the level of fuck shit that's going on in my life right now. And supposedly, people listen to me while I'm sleeping and get information from me while I sleep. Because I talk in my sleep. Apparently, I might be a psychic medium. I don't know if I am. Because if I am, I'm a secret one. And it was so secret, even I didn't know. But the best I can do is just bring attention to my situation. So if somebody can kindly like, subscribe, and share, help me out, tip my tip jar, you know, I'm like, how can any feds or otherwise, in good conscience, tell me and just watch my suffering and just watch the onslaught and keep me indirect harm of these psychopaths? It's as if they're so incompetent, they have no idea who's at risk for drive-by shootings or what the index of suspicion for drive-by shootings, let alone they act like drive-by shootings don't exist within context of a protocol with a highly targeted individual. Just because I'm an earth angel doesn't mean you get to give me the short end of the stick because you think I'll still be alive. You are accountable for keeping me in harm's way. So, while I'm over here being broken down, don't tell me you guys are just observing me to death, watching me suffer. And if there is a private investigator out there, you're a disgrace to your family. Your parents didn't teach you how to preserve life over bureaucracies? Or being wealthy really means you're a piece of shit because you'd rather hold on tight to your wealth and watch the woman suffer when you have leverage to actually help a person, and instead you help yourself to that person with continued invasion of privacy, continued apathy. Because America, let's be clear about this, everybody knows what's happening to Truman within the context of judicial, within the context of law enforcement. When you're a targeted individual, you do not get more popular. They're all playing their little game. It's not happening. It happens. Bitch, that's fucking everywhere. I can deconstruct that at any time and lead back what I say with substance. But as it is, there are no philanthropists willing to invest in me, willing to invest in preserving the integrity of ethics, to preserve morality, to never be compromised for any little something. Because, let me tell you guys something. Here's your index of Here's your objective data. The fact that I've been posting these videos this long, and the fact that if there are feds out there, they're more invested in masturbating on the clock. When they get on the job, get saddled up in the car, take a nap, maybe masturbate first, then take a nap. God forbid your targeted individual roams around. Now you gotta get up and fucking follow her. And none of you have any ethics to come get Truman already. In fact, I'm out here this long, guys. That's how fucked up the judicial system is. There aren't any ethics in place anymore. And I say that not from opinion, but based on fact, as evidenced by me being a targeted individual, and none of the judicial have come forward to tell Truman she's Truman, and none of the judicial has come forward to put an end to all of this gang stalking cesspool. So when I say there are no more ethics in the judicial system, babies, that's not my opinion, honey. That's a fact. That should concern everybody. So it's time to educate yourself and realize Nazi terrorism is very rampant with infestation within context of America. I can drive through any community and break it down and show everybody. I just don't have the kind of energy. I've just been nourishing my soul. Because these assholes, they're soul suckers. But I appreciate it, and I love you guys. Thank you so much, Burger Boy. I don't know what my game plan is, but I know I'm very thankful because I'm gonna make the donations I've been blessed with rock. And then if there's a tow truck driver that might help me, get jump started, at least off to the side, I got it from there. But how long are y'all going to keep Truman in the dark, feds? How long is it going to be before somebody comes tell Truman she's Truman already? I'm very articulate of mind. I'm very articulate of soul. My ethics are in the right place. I've been an ethical paramedic. I'm highly skilled. And I'm being railroaded to death in this Nazi death cult cesspool of gang stalking. Let's make that clear, babies. It's a death cult. Do you remember what I taught you? It's the trifecta. These assholes get to sacrifice their victims on an esoteric level. And then when their bodies die, it all looks natural, right? Then they get the sudden wealth and sudden payouts from the life insurance scams and policies. And then they get to traffic the organs to the, dissecting table. So they get like 3 payouts right there from one person. Here's the sad thing about it. Is that for as long as the cesspool goes on unchecked, you realize these government factions can just look at your fucking populace and pick off anybody. It's like a buffet. You know what? That's no exaggeration, honeys. That's the truth. We're all just like at large, sitting ducks like a goddamn buffet, for anybody in those government factions that is protecting the cesspool of gang stalking. So, the barometer here is just watch how they treat me. Don't treat me. They treat me with indifference. They ignore me. They enable everybody attacking me with the torments. Enable everybody attacking me with the onslaught of hate crimes. Enable everybody to attack me with all those felonies. Constant onslaught. Instead of delivering the target from the barrage of attacks, they're